Oh, this wild, wild love of ours, it can't be tamed. Oh, this wild, wild love of ours, it can't be tamed. No, for better or worse, a blessing or a curse. Now live this wild, wild love. Oh, this wild, wild love of ours, it can't be tamed. Oh, this wild, wild love of ours, it can't be.
So for this one, I just took a bird that I found at Michael's, and I forgot to actually show you how it looked before, but I just spray painted silver for a little accent on my white furniture. The next DIY is just to take some letters of your name, and then I decided to kind of design it on a piece of paper, which I highly recommend. That way you kind of know what you wanted. I experimented mainly with the D and the Y. I didn't exactly know how I wanted it to look, but then I figured it out. So for the A, I just decided to do some stripes, and for everything you do, you can either choose some normal paint, but I really liked the paint that the spray paint that I bought, which I kind of wanted every DIY for my room to be in those colors. So that's why I just spray painted in the cups, so that way I can just use it as paint. In the end, those are how it looks like, and for the S I actually just used some sponges and I made polka dots, but I didn't get a chance to record that. For the next DIY, I just spray painted a simple square canvas silver, and then I am just applying some painter's tape in kind of just a random design that I chose to, but you want to make sure that you get rid of all the air bubbles, and something that I wish I kind of knew that before was to really get the corners and press it down, otherwise you will have a few little smudges. It wasn't that bad, but I mean, it could have been better. So in the end, that's how it would look like. So I just spray painted it random colors, and kind of ended up looking galaxy. And you want a thick coat because obviously you cannot do multiple thin layers unless you want to change your design. Then I just took off all the painter's tape carefully once it was dry, so I probably waited about 2 hours. It was dry a bit before that, but I rather just make sure it's dry. After, I actually decided that I wanted to make a complementary painting to kind of match it, but at the same time kind of different. So I just, instead of starting with silver, I spray painted kind of the galaxy kind, and I know with all the shadows and the lighting you can't actually see that, but that's just what I was doing.
So I decided to also make a complimentary one, and I'm deciding to record on my phone because my camera really doesn't pick up the color, but this, wait, oh, there you go. So those are the colors, and so I decided that I was originally going to make like the other one, but instead of the whole silver space, this is more silver, and the accent is kind of this colored type. I decided that I would actually go for just simple silver borders. So I decided to put the normal kind of yellowish, creamish tape, and then I decided to put a way thicker blue tape just to make sure that the silver does not go into my design in the middle. So then it'll make it kind of look like a frame around it, silver, and then you can see the whole kind of galaxy feel of it. And the colors that I chose actually go with my bedspread. I know my bed is messy. You see that? Yeah, it's blue and then purple. And I'm trying to kind of make my room go into that.
For the final project, you will need some paint with color of your choice, and you will just want a canvas and just start painting it. You really want to make sure you have some light coats. You do not want your paintbrush to have a lot of paint. I barely had any, and you can go a long way with, again, barely have any on your paintbrush. So I just continue that throughout the entire canvas. Let it dry, and I think I did 3 coats total. What you'll want to do then is take your lettering or any design you would want, and you can either cut them out and trace and outline them, or you can do like me and I directly place the paper onto the canvas and just traced it. And you may have to trace it a couple times because it is a little bit harder, and continue that with all your other letters or shapes.
hands up from the back to the frente.
In the end, I have something a little like this, and I actually added another one to it, so it's a 2-part. So in the end, those are my final projects. I really liked how they turned out. They completely decorated my half of the room, which is kind of my art area.
Keep turning it up, yeah. I can't get enough, yeah. We dance in the streets, we rock to the beat, we sing from our hearts. Got this on repeat, we're out of our seats, reaching for the stars.
I really hope you guys enjoyed, and remember, you can customize these however you want. And I love you guys. Bye!
You're too fancy.
Your picture perfect blue, sunbathing on the moon, stars shining as your bones illuminate. First kiss just like a drug under your